Okay, I'm joined today by Viryam Robertson and Diana Gentle, all the way from New Zealand, although that's not where they are right now. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So lovely to meet you, and so lovely to be welcoming you to the festival in less than a week. What I'd like to invite you to do is to share with the people watching a little bit about what you're bringing to the festival, about the workshop that you're bringing.
Sure. Well, so I'm Viryam. This is Diana. We are sharing a workshop which we have entitled Embodying Bliss. So my background has been in 30 years of training in predominantly Hatha Yoga with living masters, with Iyengar, with Pattabhi Jois, with other renowned people, and really taking quite a yogic aspect as in terms of embodying the kind of pleasure we can have. And in the last 10 years, 15 years, after I had established a school in West London, I started training in Tantra, and so our workshop is taking the view that we can develop more bliss using our own body, using physical movements, using breath work, and also connecting deeply with ourselves and connecting deeply with one another. So that's the first two aspects that we're exploring in tandem. And having just done a training as a sexological bodyworker, I'm very excited about some of the developments in terms of sacred sexuality, sexuality per se, that come from that wonderful take on the subject. So we're bringing in a few concepts from sexological bodywork, in particular the orgasmic yoga practices that have been pioneered by Joseph Kramer, and also the concept of active receiving. So that's exploring what it's like to receive loving touch from another person and not just be a couch potato, to actually still have it all be about us, all be about this is my time and this person is giving me everything that they are able to, but I don't have to just sit still. I can also respond. I can hopefully breathe, make sound, and move according to my own pleasure against or with another person who is giving their time and energy to me. So that's just some of the stuff that we're presenting in that slot.
That sounds awesome. And then, Diana, you guys have some work planned. You have some offerings planned in Dublin as well, I think, before the festival. Could you tell me a little bit about those?
That's right. So when we arrive in Dublin on Monday, we'll have a free intro or a donation-based intro talk Monday evening at the Teachers Club. And then we'll be working with anybody who's interested in individual sessions for a couple of days prior to Bliss.
Fantastic. And how do people get in touch with you if they're interested in either going to your talk or having sessions with one or both of you?
Okay, probably the very best way is our email address at this stage. So we'll keep it simple. My one is Viryam, Viryam, Viryam@gmail.com. So,
perfect. I'll post that underneath the video description so that people can see that there as well. Wonderful. And how are you guys feeling about being in Ireland and coming to the Bliss Festival?
Really excited. Yeah.
Absolutely thrilled.
Highlight of our trip away. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I've only been to Dublin before. done some yoga teaching there twice before, about 10 years ago. Diana has never been, and we've just heard so much about how similar Ireland is to New Zealand in certain ways, how green it is, how hospitable and friendly and lovely people are, and yeah, really excited that sacred sexuality is firmly taking hold in such a staunchly Christian country, and yeah, that's very exciting to be a part of that.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for you guys and for everybody who's coming to the festival to offer their work, for being a part of that. Really, it is a revolution that's happening in Ireland in terms of the unfolding and revealing of what's happened. You know, I mean, I'm sure you guys are both aware of the stories that have been coming to light in terms of the mother and baby homes, and
Yes, indeed.
and just all of that shame being revealed, and these conversations and discussions happening much more so out in the open than ever have before. And you know, a lot of the workshops that are happening at the festival have never happened in Ireland before. So it's a very exciting time, and I'm very thankful for you guys for coming and sharing your gifts with us at the festival. Is there anything that you'd like to add or that you'd like to share before we wrap up?
I'm just remembering, I'm just remembering from what you're discussing there. When I first organised the consciousness and sexuality conferences, the ESTA conferences in New Zealand, my own submission to the first year was around healing our past, basically New Zealand's past, in terms of guilt, shame, fear, but also institutionalized control of everybody and everything around sexuality, sexual violence, and yeah, restriction of
Freedom.
the freedom of women, of young people, of old people, of people of different gender and sexual orientation. And so it was basically a grief ritual. It was looking at our history, what we know of our history, and how far we've come, including the changes in law that now solo mothers are supported financially since the 70s. Homosexual people now able to marry. That was just a couple of years ago in New Zealand. Prostitution is now fully legal in New Zealand, one of the few countries in the world where sex workers are supported and protected. So just really thrilled about experiencing the collective shadow, so that we can move beyond that into being enlightened together, basically.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
And certainly for me, in terms of my work, New Zealand is very much, and its legislation and its advances over the last number of years have been something that I've really tuned into and really looked to in terms of inspiration. And I feel a very strong affinity with the country and its people. So yeah, I hear you on that, very definitely. Wonderful. So thank you so much for your time. I will post a link to your website, Viryam, on the description of this video. I'll also link to your Gmail email address for people to get in touch with both of you for session work while you're in Dublin next week. And also some information about the introductory evening at the Teachers Club on Monday at 7:30, I think.
I think that's
right.
36 Knoll Street, by memory. Not absolutely sure. I think that's right.
36 Parnell Square.
Parnell Square. Thanks, Beth.
Yeah. Fab. So thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in Galway. We'll all see you in Galway in less than a week.
Wonderful.
Marvellous.
Beautiful.
Thanks
for your time, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.